as people, I feel as though we should evolve with time. Prime example. There was a comment by basketball player J.J. Redick, which caused a rebuttal by Jerry West. The comment was, "Oh, back in those guys' times, basketball players was plumbers and carpenters." Now, somebody from that era will take that as a lack of disrespect, and to a degree, it actually is. And here is where things, to me, should be looked at both sides of the pendulum. You know what I'm saying? Because with anything in life, you gotta crawl before you walk. If you don't crawl, you're not gonna walk. So for JJ Redick to make that comment wasn't cool in my eyes, because if it wasn't for those guys in the 50s and 60s, those plumbers, those firemen, y'all wouldn't be getting these massive contracts y'all getting today. And if you want to be technically, and here's where I'm gonna break down the difference in generations. No one from this generation should badmouth anybody from a far off generation, because let's think about it. And Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, in those times, the 50s and 60s, these guys was playing back-to-backs and playing 40 minutes a game. Do they do that today in today's basketball? No. If it's a back-to-back, the star player is going to play the first one, not play the second one. Or if it's a 2 and 3 nights, they're not going to play the back-to-back, but they'll play that third night. You see what I'm saying? Like, there is no definitive way to lump in all generations with anything, because every generation changes. Another prime example, and I'm just still using basketball hypothetically because that's the easiest thing and most people can relate to basketball. You ask any young boy that I would say is about 20 years of age or younger, who's the GOAT? You'll get some that say Michael Jordan, but that's very few. Most of today's society will say LeBron James. If I'm lying, pigs flying. That's how you know the difference in eras. Because this era is the friendly era. All the basketball players are friendly with each other. They'll click up and play together. Prime example, Golden State. You're not going to see that in the 90s. In 90s basketball. 4 perennial all-stars on the same team in their prime. The closest thing we got to that in the 90s was the 96 Rockets that didn't even win a championship. That had Clyde Drexler, Charles Barkley, Hakeem. That team was stacked. Like, we as people, we got to adjust with times. Because we're in an era of technology. Like, this is the difference between my era and this era. My era was the first era to really, get technology. My era, we just start getting two-way pagers, cell phones. Now, this era, my kids, they got it made in the shade. If they can't call you from a cell phone, they'll call you from a tablet. You see how times has changed. You couldn't do this 15, 20 years ago when I was a kid, or when my mom was a kid. Times change. Every era is different. This is why I say we got to adapt every couple of years. Just like, and I'm just using a lot of hypotheticals in this video to show y'all how things change, and people got to manifest with the change. Battle rap. Of course, y'all should have known battle rap was coming. I'm a battle rapper. Don't forget to check out my battles on YouTube. King Blizzy. Just search King Blizzy or search Inferno Kings. It'll pop up. Like battle rap has changed. It ain't the same no more. When I first started battle rapping, people battle rapped for their own reasons. I started battle rapping because at that time I was fighting the drug kicks. I can talk about it now. And the judge said you need to find something to do that's going to keep you out the street, or that's going to, you know, use your time wisely. But the difference between when I came in and now when I first came in the game, salute to all the veterans that helped me navigate it locally, the Busy Bias, the G's LaFlares, the Butter from the Block, the Big Hands. These are just to name a few of the guys that helped me navigate my way through the game when I first came in the game. But when I first came in, you couldn't just jump out the jet and say, I want the best guy in the league, or give me him. It ain't work like that. You had to climb your way through the ranks. It's just like wrestling. When somebody first signed with WWE, unless your name is Roman Reigns in theory, you're not going straight to the main event. You got to work your way up the card. Nowadays, you can go to a league owner and be like, listen, I got like 4 or 5 bands. Give me this bull right here. And they're going to take your 5 bands and get you at the top of the card. The eras are different. Like when I first came in battle rap, you could talk to somebody's soul for the whole round. People gonna feel it. That's what they wanted to hear at that time. Talk to me. Talk to my soul. Bark. Now, to me, this is me. Don't kill me for my opinion. Everybody's a punchline artist. Where's the originality? Times change. Now, I don't know about the era of battle rap before me as a battle rapper. But as a fan, you can see eras changing. Prime example, you got the smack era and the new era. Now, if we based the battle rap timeline off of that alone, I would have came in that little space between the smack era and the new era. I'm in that fight night space. So now it's like I'm in between 2 generations, but I found my lane. My lane is with the older generation. Maybe it's because of my age, you know. But those are my peers. But like I'm saying, I'm going left. Times change. We have to evolve with times. And even if you yourself can't evolve, have someone around you that's savvy, that's keeping up with times. Like I'm glad I got my kids. Without my kids, I'd probably be screwed. My kid's the one that said, oh, Dad, get down with the program. This is what you need to be doing. I take that with a grain of salt because I know my kids ain't going to steer me wrong. So if you don't change with the times and evolve, you're going to get left. Then you're going to be one of them bitter people still harping on the past. Oh, back in my day. Bro, times change. Yeah, once upon a time when I was younger, we had to go outside to have fun, to go play. Go see our homies, chill, play with the bitches. As y'all say, play with the bitches. We had to go outside. Nowadays, got social media. You don't go outside to play with your friends no more. Nowadays, you got PlayStation and Xbox, where you can log on your game and then shoot your homie a text like, yo, bro, log on. Let's run something. When I was younger, you wanted to play the game with your homies, it was, yo, bro, ask your mom, can you add company? I mean, we could play the game or something. It's a difference in generations. And you gotta be able to change with times. Like, this generation of kids, it ain't no putting your hands on them to punish them. Why? One of two things has happened. These kids don't care and they'll fight back, or they can call abuse when they go to school. Times have changed, people. You gotta get down with the time change. Like, it's a lot of things that weren't acceptable when a lot of us was younger that's acceptable now. We, as the older generation, have to adapt. I know this might not be something we like, but we gotta deal with it, or get the fuck out the way of it. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to be up here for a whole 20-25 minutes just ranting and raving on how times change, and we as people gotta adapt to our surroundings. That's all, y'all. If you can't do that, what you doing? Once again, it's your boy King Blizzy, the Quarter Block King. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend. Till next time.